Hey everyone, this is Peter from Talk Android. Today we have the Huawei P30 and P30 Pro in, and we're going to take a quick hands-on video and show you what the phones are really about. So let's start with the top of the range model, the P30 Pro. As you can see, we've got 4 rear cameras here, consisting of a 40 megapixel Super Sense camera, a 20 megapixel ultra-wide angle lens, as well as a 8 megapixel telephoto lens. There's also a time of flight sensor here. The P30 Pro has 5 times optical zoom, 10 times lossless zoom or hybrid zoom, and 50 times digital zoom. So you're almost never out of range of getting a picture of something. You can also use the wide angle lens to take super macro photos as close as 2.5 centimeters. On the exterior we have the volume rocker here, the power button with Huawei's signature red accent that makes it much easier to distinguish which button is which at night. On the bottom here we've got the speaker chamber, USB Type-C charging port, as well as the SIM tray here. You have the choice of using either dual SIMs or a single SIM and Huawei's nano memory card. Unfortunately, you can't have both choices at the same time. It is one or the other. Top and bottom here, it's really machined nicely. It's very flat. Again, here we've got the IR blaster there, noise cancellation. There's a 6.47 inch Oled panel with full HD plus resolution, 2340 by 1080. There is a notch, as you can see. It is a dewdrop notch with a single lens, camera lens there. That's the 32 megapixel selfie camera, which also appears on the smaller P30. So that's the exterior of the phone. Under the hood, both phones have the Kirin 980 octa-core processor that we first saw in the Mate 20 Pro. There's a choice of 6 or 8 gigs of RAM on the P30 Pro, just 6 gigs on the smaller handset. And there's a choice of 64, 128 or 256 gigabytes of storage on the smaller P30, or the storage starts at 128 gigs on the P30 Pro, going up to 512. One difference between the two handsets is that the smaller P30 does actually have an audio jack, whereas the larger phone does not. There are a couple of other differences between the two handsets. The larger Pro has wireless charging, it has reverse wireless charging, whereas the P30 does not. Also, the P30 is restricted to IPX53 waterproofing, whereas the Pro version has IP68. Both handsets feature a in-display fingerprint reader. As you can see here, got the option there. Huawei says that it's 30% improved over the previous component that we saw in the Mate 20 Pro. It's also further down the display. P30 and P30 Pro comes in roller or breathing crystal, amber sunrise, or black or pearl white. They're really nice. You can compare it to last year's P20 Pro. The twilight color really does fit in nicely. Huawei said that they did not continue with the twilight color for the P30 series because of so many copycats, and they wanted something unique for their new P30 range. Something you can see is that the handset is something of a fingerprint magnet. Both of them. And with its all glass design, you will likely want to put it in a case. Luckily, Huawei do include a nice little clear case in the box that should tide you over until you find something of higher quality. In terms of software, both handsets are running Android 9 Pie, as well as Huawei's EMUI 9.1, for better or worse. Though if you aren't a fan of Huawei's customized interface, you can always put a third-party launcher on, such as Nova or Action Launcher, or one of the other options available. So this is an OLED panel, which means that There is a dark mode available, which is located in the battery section, like so, and just like that. Here we are, with always on display. Will display information such as date, time, and alerts for calls and messages. Even when the screen is off, it will use a little bit more battery when you do enable this. You can schedule it to start at a certain point in the day or end at a certain time, or you can just have it on all day. A recent update will mean that you'll be able to see various icons and notifications along the bottom here. Something else, just take a quick look at. We do have the teardrop notch there. So, and we can turn it off, or hide it rather, like that. And it goes to a nice clear, or a nice flat line at the top, if the notch is something that really bugs you. Notifications are either side of the notch, regardless of which method you choose. And we'll just take a quick look at the camera. Got a lot of options here. A party trick of the video camera is that will come via OTA is called dual view, and it allows you to use the wide angle lens and the regular lens at the same time, allowing you to show a close-up of a player on a sports field here, whilst the image on the right hand side shows the bigger picture, perhaps with the crowd or everything that is happening around that sports player. I'm sure it's going to be quite popular with Instagrammers in the coming months, and we'll keep an eye out for that. Naturally, we'll test it out in our review as well when it becomes available. So that's the P30 Pro. We'll take a quick look at the P20. As you can see, the 3.5mm audio jack. The regular P30 does not have an IR blaster, which is something else to be mindful of if it's a deal breaker. It has a trio of rear cameras consisting of a 40MP Super Sense camera, the 16MP ultra-wide camera, and an 8MP telephoto lens. There is no time-of-flight lens on this device. It does not have wireless charging, does not have reverse wireless charging like the larger Pro does. The smaller handset has a 3650 mAh battery and uses regular supercharged technology that should charge it to around 50% in 30 minutes. Whereas the larger P30 Pro, well, that's got a 4200 mAh battery, and it uses the 40-watt supercharged technology of Huawei and charges to 70% in just 30 minutes. Either way, you should not have much in the way of battery anxiety with either of these two phones. The P30 Pro, another difference is that it has IP68 water and dust resistance, whereas the regular P30 just has IP53. And that's pretty much it. They're both nice handsets to hold, a really good finish, which we've come to expect from Huawei in recent years. And yeah, we're looking forward to putting these phones through their paces. The P30 starts from €799, whereas the P30 Pro starts from €999. It's going to come down to how much value you place on the various features, whether you take the smaller or the bigger phone. Safely assured, they both feel like they're going to be winners, and both are improved over last year's P20 Pro. So this is Peter from Talk Android. Keep it locked to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.